It's recording.
Zero activities.
The recording. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you show the volume letter? Is it like?
Is there any way to reach out to them? I mean, it will probably.
Yeah, the website is there.
Yeah, but usually, even if you send an email to GitHub, they will be like, yeah, we don't care.
Find a new name.
Kairos Research Lab is fine. Shall I create it?
Yes.
He has 2 contributions in 2015, nothing since.
I mean,
It's just a name. I mean, it's nobody's really looking at it.
Create a
the
free
Open Collective is via
Brand 1.
Kairos Research Lab.
is empty.
So
Kairos.
I will rename this.
It was just trying
Contact
to get-
email.
Oh,
Put mine or for now, I don't know.
Nathan.sinigara at Gmail.
You get those shoes. They form it. Oh, yours are nicer.
It's
Similar.
the same company.
It is, but-
Yeah.
These guys.
Performance or something.
It's a bit like a clown shoe.
Lars, what's your GitHub username?
This one has the sun shit.
But I don't recognize your profile picture.
With CK, I don't know.
That's one.
Yeah, yes.
They were made now.
So, Jurek, shall I add you to the organization as well?
As I guess it's not really necessary. I will not be able to make meaningful contributions.
Amir, you want to join? The GitHub organization for
Yeah.
Okay. Complete setup. So it's you,
We can
Randall.
make teams.
Yeah.
Voila.
Authentication code. And then you can transfer the ownership of the repo to the organization once I have set it up. I'll make you an admin, don't worry.
So you're going very practical today. It sounds
This morning, yeah.
morning and the afternoon.
Talk about climate change and other topics.
Ukraine.
It's about burger around.
The Queen.
Burger. I had a burger last night.
Ooh. I was gonna suggest potato. Is that still a thing?
We haven't been there in ages.
You got rid of it.
No, but it's just so full when you go certain really.
The Kairos logo, I take it from Open Collective.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing from our
I think I'm gonna sneak out here. Practical.
Yeah, but I mean, I do this thing on my side. Just give me the admin rights, I'll do whatever, and you can keep doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, first we need to define what to do.
I know what to do.
You send me guys an invitation, right?
Sure.
Seven, I had a suggestion for the branching strategy.
Yep.
Before that, we should have looked at, we can really sketch like the folder structure of this repo because it's already been confusing to me.
I did something on my Miro board.
So we know now that they are
Check this out. I'll share my screen.
What are they? Sharing screen.
Yep. So there is Kairos, not VL Kairos, Kairos. What is it? Framework for data control. It's making use of two submodules, Alchemix and LayerX. Alchemix allows to do this, LayerX does that, Kairos uses them both and adds that. You can use Alchemix, that's sort of the README of the Kairos organization. You know, you could use Alchemix and or LayerX independently of Kairos. Each of them are available as texted packages.
Bind X.
Yeah, that was before. And then you have VL Kairos repo, but you could also have G-Kairos if you want to do Java for whatever reason, I don't know, or Kairos.net if you want to do like a pure C# implementation of the algorithms and stuff.
Is that a different repository?
Those are different repos. And if you go inside VL Kairos, you have VL LayerX folder with the deployment, help patch, the VL document, README, Alchemix, blah, blah, blah. And at the root is VL Kairos.
Do none of them have any C# code? Is it all VL?
I don't, except for enums, maybe, but
No, then maybe a source directory between deployment and help, no? Where the C#
yeah. I
code
mean,
is.
that was just to give an idea of the. It's not complete at all.
Yeah,
Just wanted to give an idea, and then out of that, we craft 3 different nuggets.
well,
Yeah, the problem is that this LayerX and MS are children in folder structure. They are children of Kairos, right?
no, they're independent things.
They're
They're
independent.
used inside Kairos, but they.
But they are inside the Kairos folder, huh?
No, because they should be seen as like you could use Alchemix without caring about.
No. I mean, okay, how do you reference this in your Gamma launcher?
Correct. We have an issue here.
So the way you can do is that in the Gamma launcher you can give a path, no? So anyone that wants to contribute to Kairos needs to give the path of this folder, not on the repo folder, so that the guy could search packages inside this folder,
I
right?
didn't think of that. Yes.
And would find LayerX and Alchemix, but Kairos wouldn't be picked by that. It would be picked by the other path. You can give more than 4 paths.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I would prefer to have like 3 folders. One is LayerX, the other is Alchemix, and the other is Kairos.
Yeah.
So like,
Is that now what we see?
yeah, but it's not.
It's not right now.
The first 2 are inside the Kairos.
I know that they should all be on the same.
But
level.
then, what's the name of the repository in the folder? It's not VL Kairos anymore, because then inside there is another VL Kairos.
Which is why I put it on the root.
I thought so, but then
Because yeah, so that would be the monolithic approach.
that's why
We have pros and cons, but what would be the pros and cons of having like separate repository? It's a pain in the ass to maintain because if you make a modification somewhere, you have to make sure to commit and push and trigger new nuggets everywhere.
we can still like if we have a VL Kairos, Kairos repository.
Yeah, but then what does it mean? It means that if someday you want to do the Python version, you create a
What do you
Python
call
folder.
that? Yeah.
That's a mess
We can
because
find another way to name it. Inside it would be VL Kairos, but the
well, if I was doing it on my own, I would go like the
free.
boring way and do like 3 repos, like three libraries, 3 repos, and then it's up to you to make sure that if you fix something there, you trigger a new nugget here, blah, 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 blah.
When it's more work.
You just have to be precautious, I would say. It's
But
not
also
more
who's
work.
gonna be handling, like, how will we do in the
You know that
release?
it's a rhetorical question, huh?
I can do it.
Then, yeah, if it's down to him or me, I'm sure we can handle the sub-module separate repos.
Yeah,
No, I mean, you need to learn how to do it properly once and that's it.
you just have
It's
to
a
be
bit more
rigorous.
work, but it's not so crazy.
These would be sub-modules.
So you would go sub-modules.
I would go sub-module.
Okay. So,
Because
Okay.
otherwise, you have to manually handle the separate repos, which is more annoying.
so you go sub-modules, but what does that mean?
Yeah, Kairos via Lerpix, and then J Kairos, J Lerpix.
For-
Yeah,
If we
each
ever do
one
Java,
goes in
which
a
we
repository.
never do, but
Huh?
we never do Java versions, but yeah, that was for the joke. So if you clone the submodules, if you clone the repo with the submodules, they will be cloned next to it. The folders, the actual folders.
I would need to check how they end up in the folders.
No, I think if you clone Kairos, there's a folder inside which contains the submodule.
I think so too, yeah,
But then it won't be picked up by V4.
as all.
Or you have to add the VL Kairos path inside the launcher.
No, you would manually download the other 2 packages and remove the one that are inside.
How does VVV want it?
VV wants like a folder vl.blah that has vl.blah.bl inside.
I mean, we should operate the same way we always operate, no? There are packages that reference other
I
packages.
would say,
So we just download all the repos, they clone the repos locally, and then they refer their other packages.
yeah, but the thing is, if you do that, you have,
No, you could end up with 2 different versions, because the mother package, or whatever you want to call it, would still have to have the other VL files in there.
but if on the children repositories, we do proper tagging and stuff, we could easily know where, if we are working on the local version, we know where which commits should be checked out. Anyway, if you do tagging and stuff.
But
properly.
what I'm wondering is about the folder structure in the end for these packages parsing shit. So if it doesn't recursively go in,
I don't think it does.
yeah, then this is something we should have then.
I will ask to make sure.
Yeah, you should join. They already gave their opinion about this.
I mean, we can mock up a quick test, so I can. Go on the site for 40 minutes, we create 3 ship repos with VL files in and sub-module and see what it actually does, so we know for sure what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, what really matters is that the workflow to contribute is
Where do you
how to
think,
consume it. I mean, in the end, there will be nuggets, so we don't really care, no?
Yeah.
There will be independent packages and
am I right to think that most of the work will happen on the Kairos level and not so much on AlchemX, or everything will be changing?
no, but I think that there's a lot of potential to extend those domains, those libraries as well.
Okay.
There it is, just a foundation in each one.
Today we have darker.
Darker the better.
Okay. I mean, an advantage with submodules, for example, is that if you want to extend AlchemX, but don't have the time to make Kairos compatible with these new changes you added in AlchemX, you can do that and Kairos will still work. right? You can then manually tell it when Kairos is ready, you can tell it, okay, now look at the newer version of AlchemX.
Be a tag.
Not necessarily, but yeah. So that gives us more flexibility to maintain packages individually and be able to work with them, even if they're not compatible with the other
Yeah, yeah.
stuff yet.
Sense.
And you could release this new AlchemX, Nougat, everything, but Kairos is still working. You know, even if it's not.
Because he basically used his own Nougat version.
Yeah, exactly. It's stuck in the past. You know, you tell it where to look.
And that's the whole point of modules, I guess. Submodules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Mhm.
I really just care for the workflow.
Making it easier for people to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe we can sketch some.
Yeah, I think maybe that makes sense. So people can also see how it works.
Okay, that could be a task.
Okay.
The rest is. I can, yeah, I can start cleaning a bit the repositories.
Well, it sounds complicated.
Why we are here, not there? Then?
Open the gates.
Talking behind the closed doors.
Love songs.
Then you have the end of vertex folder with inside and the end of vertex out here. So if you just close it like that, people will see their chaos and not. But you add but you need to add it back. Yeah.
So you will need a server entry for every nested thing.
Yeah.
We will not traverse it because we can't.
No, we're gonna name. But I would suggest put everything in one repository. Don't do this. No, it's files. In the end, you work on all of them. No, it's you might not go just one. Then you don't mention about that. Just one.
But
You want to.
yeah, that's what 5 years, then do it in 5, split it in 5 years. Working.
That's good. So much easier than one report. It's picking up, it's just there also something here. For example, I would keep it like our report but it's not different people, but seriously, report splitting is driving me nuts, especially if it's all connected. You do a new branch, you will try something, oh, fuck, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you do some of it, and you never change everything in the record, basically. It's not yours.
It is completely different team.
Yeah. And you should follow from there because you are very.
Yeah, you need to work in both and you need to make matches in both. Yeah, it's telling you, we have this right, and it's such an overlap. You always need to basically do this branch there, rather than I switch, and it didn't switch to some module, and it switch to some, fuck, I can't even stash in one go, no, I can't, I need to go to the some module stash there, come out again. Then organize. And if you don't need it, it's the same office, the same thing, it's handling it.
Start at the simplest possible and make it more complex if this is really necessary. That's my thing. I want you to use that. Put it all there. Yeah. And no, people.
Awesome. I got it. Would I have access to what is the one that you showed us the first day? We had so Alchemix is my other market. It's a GitHub. It's a repo, and then the Kairos new one is also. We didn't actually get it.
This hardware is the same.
about maybe I should start with this too. I just want to know what kind of properties I receive from a clip and a clip frame. That could be the UI. Yeah, that's the thing I'm doing with the UI. I wanted to go to integrate stuff, but the problem is that yesterday we just tried. I would just go with the like when I know how it works, then it doesn't matter which we go on. It's just going to be a widgets, It's going to be a custom widget that we draw it either because having this is there. Actually, I would like to get it done with the interesting that all the keyframes with the slate as a cut, with all the clips having a different presentation, like either rectangle or like with a boundary.
Yeah, we need to have a look at Kairos. And then we're gonna see.
Or do you think it would be also a better idea to just make a digital?
No, actually,
Layers.
they're already we have an interpolator.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we need, and they put it between children. The children.
The DL dot
It's
and me.
you have to specify one additional. To go on the wall. Why? Because it's going to. Yeah. You don't have to write another. Nice. And usually. You have other things in your.
I mean, you can already clone it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to, start cloning it. Because we need to understand
To cloning the layer X or the DL files?
layer X.
Layer X.
Layer.
And then it basically, do I need alchemy as well or?
Didn't matter.
Yeah, I get both. I just
Yeah.
clone one.
Yeah, and so basically, out this. Yeah, okay, but you were suggesting that we go to some folders, we have to do about. But if you know the when we have it like, kind of the head folder. Yeah, that's. Yeah. It's one of
Got it.
Yeah, but this is basically the setup we are using. In Stripe, we have it like this.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, we made it one folder back there.
It does have this thing, that was there's a big folder with a big folder.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because then.
No, I
Doesn't clarify this thing that tomorrow there's a pipe.
Tomorrow there will be, this is another day, we have, they're considering the Kairos, and inside there's the Kairos, here Artemis, and then potentially also, I don't know. Python will be there, no, but also everything is at the same for now.
Okay. Not a fan, but I won't.
Because otherwise, we have to like a name. Let's not even think about the other implementation.
Okay.
realistically, they will never happen. Okay, so if we repo, Kairos, inside there are 4 folders. That's it. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Well, what? So Kairos is the repo, and
Just
then
the name of the repo.
These are the
And that,
libraries.
yeah, you know.
Repo is not the library, basically. So
Yeah, which is what we just saw with Stripe.
Yeah.
Aliases.
But, well, okay, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Easy enough, everyone would understand it.
yeah, it
But
looks easy for now. It's okay. So I guess I should do.
Just push that and give,
So I created them in my repos.
no.
I create a new one and I clone it and I Frankenstein all the
Yeah, you
And
paste
then-
everything and then push.
push.
But then you lose the commit history. You lose all the commit history of the other repos. basically.
no, there's a way you can,
No, if you manually copy and paste. So
if you just manually copy, no, but there's a way you can.
Wait, no, let's then not create a new one. Let's rename Kairos.
and change the owner instead of Dottore to.
But I mean, if you create a new repo, then you can add it as an additional repository, additional.
I wanna keep this everything because we already work and customize for the, let's just modify this.
Yeah, exactly.
So we change this.
You can always get a new remote and push your stuff there, and it goes with all the history.
Correct.
So that's another,
But no, I mean like the GitHub repository. I'd like to keep the settings here and
the history issues and all this.
or even the history. So we just like I don't know.
Contributor stars. blah, blah, blah.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, the stars are important.
So okay, I rename okay, let me just clone it. Let's do it clean. And what's his size? So we need to understand. And you have to. No, each one of them is independent. Yeah. Library. So we don't know. I don't kind of inside here is all this stuff, which is.
No, but now we're saying they're all gonna be in the same repo.
Yeah, so basically I can take this and copy inside a subfolder.
Yeah,
but Kairos.
everything goes in, except
And-
maybe the git ignore,
Um,
the git ignore stays out,
GitHub,
this goes in,
this goes in, no?
yeah, because this is
You
called
all-
NuGet.
Yeah.
Checked out, right?
So you,
Maybe not. These are for the homepage there. So you can have.
but you said image is for the,
Sorry.
for the readme,
It's
no?
using Shift. Is ignore, no?
That stays out.
Change.
2 days ago.
Yeah, because we will need to create new ones.
Well, maybe, I mean, you can have a,
NuGet config here.
I don't know about that one, NuGet config, does it go in?
At the
Yeah,
boot.
because it's gonna be one NuGet per thing, no?
Why are you using the NuGet config, by the way?
I don't know. I found it here. And so you.
Can you open it? Not with close to you. Is it to get the private VV feed?
I don't know what.
Yeah, but
Can I remove it?
I would say so.
Then change log.
I don't know, the change log, it could be, it depends if you want to keep it separated per library or.
The readme stage is somewhat less big.
But you have to rework it.
Yeah, we will need to add the other stuff in there too,
And the change log, you should get one change log per
per
folder.
So basically say it's in
going.
there.
Yeah.
No.
License is
Readme
here.
stays, git ignore stays.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
And we will need, one.
And yeah, make sure you don't copy the .git folder inside the sub.
No,
No.
get out. Yeah, no.
Now,
Yeah, it's,
I will push this.
when you build the box, but I think it
To
click down.
what? The new mask.
No.
I mean,
We should try and, well, it's
Yeah,
a
you-
detail, but rename
think
master to main, no?
Of course.
it's development, then. It's just push to development for now.
Why not? We're sure you want to do that, so I would.
Yeah, but I wanna preserve the current nugget that is there.
We'll stay there.
We'll stay
Yeah,
there.
nugget
but,
is something else.
I mean, it's still in development.
The development branch? I mean, then you will have to merge backmaster into development to get the same
Oh,
structure.
we are on master now.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we'll rename it to main.
yeah, after.
API. Das ist ja nur, weil ich da erstmal von ausgegangen bin, dass der typische Company
How do I rename the branch?
You
Can
click on the-
I
I know from the command line, yeah, rename branch actually. Master main, and then you will have to do something manually.
I think
Because it would-
you have to tell it which is the main.
Which is the main
like
remote.
the
Of the
main.
origin. I need to change it now.
No.
Because now you will basically push a new branch to GitHub. I think.
Really?
Yeah, so you have to delete the master branch from.
I would say push first.
Push main. No, it will push to master because it's set to push to
Main
to master. See?
No, good.
So
No.
shall we rename master there?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah,
But I.
Nowhere.
Five branches.
Yeah.
Main.
Yeah.
Then fetch just to see how it behaves. Origin main. So now if you just click the push button, what does it say? Main
Oh, that's it.
and push.
That's a new.
And then you can right click delete origin master. Delete branch, origin master. Force you check that. Yeah, and you can delete. And that's it.
Okay, so we're main.
Well, modern Windows.
Main. Right. This is kind of it's
Right.
here, guys. So I would say, let's bring. Let me check this. Yes.
Yeah, no, the state machine, there's a camera, detects them, the positions and the robot there, goes, turns on the back.
Sorry.
Starts like- Yeah, it's fun. It looks like you are. Yeah, just for rental, like, I'm the guy who are, wait. It is not even work for anything inside. Good, thank you.
Let's commit or what's going on?
There, what is there? Oh, it's so bad.
we are restructuring the repository. Okay. Just putting all the library inside one repo.
Different folders or?
Simplifies. And yeah. So it's not even needed this Kairos research lab organization. Yeah. Because
No,
we have
yeah.
one.
It's just gonna be this monolithic thing. Also because you wanna keep all the stars and all that, you wouldn't-
But you don't lose it. Move, no? The repository.
to an organization, I don't know,
Oh,
I don't know. Never
well,
done.
let's check first.
These hard-earned stars.
It's like Super Mario.
How many do you have? Do you have the 100?
63.
64, I thought, no?
Okay, we need to create a few accounts.
Yeah.
We can.
We can do it. Could be one task, for one of us.
Yeah,
Us?
creating some fake accounts to get the stars.
Yeah, the Philippudi task.
We could probably automate
honestly.
it, no?
Of course you could. I guess there are already some paid services for that.
Look, I wanted to show you. So
I
there's a
was
repo
doing, yes.
that is using this Git flow thing.
How's it going?
Yeah.
In here in Git extensions, you have this plugin.
With the node,
This is out of the box.
you know, like a
installed
feature that one
special.
node need to be there.
In there, you can say I want to start a feature branch, a hotfix, a release,
The region?
feature branch. It's called.
If you just put something over a crosslink,
I say,
then
based on develop,
trigger.
you could change it, you shouldn't. Right? You just go
So
bam.
confirmed, it's not most likely not a pass.
You need some
And now I have
This person, I checked that.
feature test,
node
which
context.
branch of develop. I
Actually quite
do
easy.
whatever.
will come in.
Get the stuff and
I
do it.
just need a
Yeah,
parameter in C#,
Uh,
that's node context, and then it automatically has like the bin is there, and then gets
I say feature,
it was
you know,
was a bit to do, to get through all the
finish.
classes and nodes and blah 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 blah. But
You can squash.
now we have constant IDs. The monadic thing,
That
automatic
should,
conversion,
in
that
good
is,
theory.
something to figure out where he needs to change the interface. Because there I do not get a node context, so
My branch is gone.
you only have it.
Yeah,
if
it
you do not
merged it,
use
but
Merged it
but
back.
it didn't create a
But
merge
everything
comment.
else is constant, so that's already good.
You just fast forward it.
And for the
Yeah.
also one step.
I mean,
further,
if it's this feature branch thing, I don't know if you want it,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
think it's.
I
you could
usually
probably
always
configure it.
create a merge commit rather than just fast forwarding,
No, I can't-
because
I can't
then in the
do it.
history, you see that something was made and then you might flag, and it's not like
for
just a straight line, but that's just.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but
That's
I
enough.
think that might be like a general thing, Git extension.
And I would like to do things like patching the rain marcher, for example. I think that would be.
Yeah,
easier.
that is low-key is cool,
Custom reach.
because it
custom
is-
code.
I usually do it from the command line, but this is also an option. But yeah, the fast forward thing I can look into.
No, I mean, it's a detail, really. But can you separate the glasses? Thank you.
So is your computer doing like correct standby and stuff if you close the screen?
No, I don't think so. Usually if I put it to sleep, for instance, it started ventilating like crazy and then.
So
doesn't.
there's literally no Windows laptop that can do that.
The sleep.
My desktop works,
Yeah,
but laptop, no.
because I have the third laptop that
I
I
think this
bought
one
you and it's just not working. What?
I think this one
Standby.
doesn't.
That one
Works.
But what do you mean by standby?
Like if I just close this, like with a Mac, you just close the thing, you put it in your bag, you just walk away, fine. With a Windows laptop, you
It's
put
always
it in the
warm.
bag and.
And you can roast the
Yeah.
sandwiches because it doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
That's, that's the setting, you just set it in hibernate.
What?
And then hibernate, when it says there is a setting, what happens if you close the lid? And that's exactly the, and
Yeah,
then you
but-
set it to hibernate. And then you close it, and then when you open it again, you enter your code, whatever, and then it opens up as it was.
It's not doing it.
Seriously,
Yeah. seriously.
what do you
I
have?
can double check.
Do you have an XMG or?
No, I have also.
You have an Asus?
Yeah. Yeah.
good for winter. I put it in my backpack.
And the population is running like crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, how hard can it be?
So even if I leave for 20 minutes or something, I just to turn it off and not sleep. Because if you sleep, it's like ventilating and then waking up. So doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish it
So
were.
not me buying, too stupid to buy the right laptop.
That's doesn't make this. Don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No. Then,
But check this, because that was a repo before, no, this is just on.
yeah, it's a repo.
So it has a
Inside
kit
it, yeah.
inside,
I need to delete it.
but then you lose that
How did
history,
you rush it?
okay.
Yeah, these are new repositories and it's fine.
I mean, we can add a,
Shall I remove this as well, no? We have it outside.
if it's,
It's our unique repository, no?
yeah, no, all I'm saying is if you had special rules here that are not on the other one, you might want to copy those. But if it's
No,
the
it's
same,
the same.
you'd ignore it, okay. This stays because this is for the new bit. This goes, yeah.
License.
I mean, it's the same for all of them, no?
Does the nougat provide this thing?
Uh,
It
no,
shouldn't.
it's for the repo. If you for the NuGet, you set it in the new spec file.
Yeah, and so we can
Okay.
tell all of them to use the same one if it was a thing.
But you have to set it manually.
Yes, that's another reason. Now,
Who needs a reason?
fun part. It's here.
But so, I mean, do you keep administration of that thing or do you give access? Or do you give access to the VL Kairos research lab organization?
Oh, we were wondering if you move the repo to the organization, does it keep everything?
Yeah.
Stars and contributors and all
Yeah.
this, yeah. I've never done it, so.
Well, yes.
Let's talk about his name. I mean, it was just fun thing.
But I wanted now to create one that's called the Windex. Windex is this thing. Windex.
Sebastian wasn't happy with his name.
Bindex?
With the X.
Pardon.
But
That was fast.
You weren't happy with the
Bindex.
X.
Yeah, X, I thought X was more for different types, or I don't know, what.
You
does
can
the X
bind
stand for?
anything to
Atom X and
X is just a variable.
so anything to anything in
You can
this
bind
case.
X. That's the idea.
Yeah. Sure.
And it keeps it the pattern somehow.
I don't know, stick with it.
but maybe as we said, is potentially going to the correlate, so for now.
But regarding the names of the types, for me, it I thought like it's parameter, right? What we are talking about in this part X. So I was thinking about something like parameter space. Actually, what the core of that thing. This is sort of parameter space, so why don't call it just that way? Parameter space. And the parameter space of this has parameters in it. Yeah. And you can bind it to
You can protect branches on GitHub.
devices.
Like on my main branch, I could say. like,
What is
report
it
request
called
before
then?
branching, require status check. I would give a shit.
Nice.
Require
it's,
sign commit, require linear history,
testing,
increment, merge
or,
commit, and being pushed to matching
okay.
branches. So you cannot make merge commit to master,
Doesn't have a name.
No,
which is
it's
stupid.
I mean, I don't see
More
why
than-
you would want that.
Not on master, but you might want to.
But
Yeah,
parameter
why would you
space
want that actually?
can have modifiers or
Anyway, you can
some
do those things now. Apparently, and Git would tell you.
Matching branches.
yeah.
Yeah, branches
Changing,
matching that
working
pattern.
with the parameter
Also,
space in a way.
So you were
binding to-
preventing merges
But
to main in this case, for example. I
yeah,
mean,
that
I
was
guess
just
if you
something
have
that
a.
popped in my head. Just wanted to tell you. Because parameter space for me
Yeah, like
sounds
classic
very.
his-
It's something
Anyway,
that
they have
you
those
like,
things
or
apparently.
it's a terminology that exists. No?
What?
Parameter space. Isn't that something that exists?
All possible parameters that define particular mathematical model. Ah, that's in machine learning parameter space, no?
Probably heard at some point. Okay, maybe it's misleading. Could be.
Okay. It's amazing.
But you can call the library like that. At some point, probably it will anyway.
Parameter X.
Parameters. I mean, it probably will go away at the point when we want to do the bindings to the L. I think we will integrate it somehow.
Parameter X.
Ah,
Yeah. But
It's a cool Tesla like. Isn't there the Model X or something? It's like first thing that pops to me.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the X is Tesla and the Y is. We need to come up with another letter. Like Z
SpaceX. SpaceX.
Yeah.
I always think of American X because
Good.
I mean, especially with Alchemax, it's really not
Randall, did you know there is Git flow, of course, but also GitHub flow and GitLab flow?
I mean, it's just, as well, what is the difference?
More simple than Git flow. GitHub flow is great for smaller teams and web applications or products that don't require supporting multiple versions. Because of its simplicity, the GitHub flow workflow allows for continuous delivery and continuous integration. Also more simple than Git flow, GitLab flow is more organized and structured when compared to GitHub flow.
We have a look at this GitLab flow.
Blah, 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 blah.
Main development release.
Git flow with Git Kraken, GitHub flow. Simple workflow, those okay. While working with the GitHub flow branching, there are 6 principal issues that you can develop. Any code in the main branch should be deployable. Okay. Create new descriptively named branches of the main branch for new work, such as features / add new payment types. So they derive from main and not from development. Commit new work to your local branch and regularly push work to the remote. Makes sense. To request feedback or when you think your work is ready to merge into the main branch, open a PR. After your work, it can be merged. Okay.
Well, I don't see the difference.
You don't have a develop branch. Just master and features. And you merge. But that works if you're developing one feature at a time and a feature that doesn't depend on other features. Because they say that main should always be deployable.
Yeah, that means.
But they have a whole website for it. And let's what the GitLab flow is.
Let's see pros and cons.
GitHub flow branch, GitHub flow consideration, GitHub flow pros and cons.
Again, no development.
On the 3 Git branching strategy we cover in scope, GitHub flow is the most simple. So the flow, Git branching strategy allows for continuous data. Okay, this Git branch strategy works more better. Let's look at the GitLab flow first.
Environment.
Production, pre-production, or release. We don't care about that. Main branch that contains code that is ready to be deployed. However, this code is not the source of truth for releases. GitLab for the feature branch contains word for new feature and bug fixes, which will be merged back into the main branch when they're finished with it. So main 1.0 stable. I don't understand.
So what lives on main doesn't necessarily reflect what is on a.
Yeah, so
On
the
a
source of
release.
truth is like the version branches then.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, it's a bit weird.
Benefits when compared to the Git flow branch strategy, GitLab flow is more simple. GitLab flow is more organized and structured than the GitHub flow branch strategy. After slight modification, GitLab flow can allow for continuous delivery. Yeah, that doesn't sound too appealing to me. GitLab flow is not the simplest Git branching strategy. GitLab flow is not the most structured. What? GitLab flow is more structured and organized than GitHub. GitLab
It's
flow is
not the most,
organized.
the main, just
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
other one.
okay. Well, how did you get to GitLab flow?
Because I was suggesting Git flow, I don't know this,
Mhm.
but apparently there are GitLab flow and GitHub
GitHub flow.
flow, which are some like alternative.
GitHub flow is just that you don't have a development, but you just have master and feature. And you feature, blah, 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 merge. Okay. But
You get rid of developers.
that's
I like
usually
the-
what I do when I work.
Like to have development.
Me too, because
When I work on nuggets alone, I just have main and develop branches that I merge. When I'm working alone, I mean,
Without feature branches?
just feature branches and master. And
so no development.
no development.
Let's see, okay.
I mean,
Well, the problem with getting rid of development is that if you merge a feature back into main,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason it ends up being broken, main is
No,
broken.
why? Developers. Good, no?
no, I mean, we were just, yeah,
Considering options, but yeah, no, I'm for
Well,
development.
me too. In that context, yes, but if you work alone, if I am working alone, and if
Yeah.
and if there is, if
It's
you
just
don't
a
have
safety net, let's put it this
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Main
sure.
is always clean, always ready for release, and nobody
Yeah.
has to deal with it except the release
master,
administrator, yeah.
Maybe the main should just reflect the milestone, you know?
what?
Yeah, like for releases and,
Yeah.
you know, when it's ready for
That's
the
on the
public,
main.
yeah.
It's main that just releases.
Yeah.
So you need another branch,
Yeah, I mean,
temporary.
We're just reading about other strategies and.
the issue with this GitHub flow is that if you have, if it depends on multiple features, then it's a bit tricky.
How so?
Like if you have one branch per feature, right? But if there is something that requires multiple features to be implemented, then you will merge the first feature to main, but it will be incomplete because it still needs another one. So main is not always deployable. So for small things, it works, like, but not for bigger projects. Yeah. So yeah, I would say, yeah, and now they have this cool article here about the Git flow. Like
Yeah.
main
but it's
develop,
many
feature, blah, blah,
times.
blah, 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 release branches, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Release branches is usually just so that you
Increments.
increment the
Yeah.
version number and maybe update the documentation, the change log.
Okay,
But that's all what happens in the release branch. It's like an in-between step.
it could be done in develop before merging.
It can be only developed before merging. The only special thing is that it tags the merge back to main with the version number. So
Okay.
you can clearly see, okay, this is when version bam happened. You know. But you can also do that manually from develop.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
I think
So
it's
the-
done.
But wait. Here,
Look,
you
now they are this folder inside. I updated also Kairos with the latest version.
okay?
Rename the branch main. And that's it. View is still, we need to change the
Yeah, rephrase that.
readme. I guess this could be copied probably inside the.
No.
Yeah, Kairos.
Ah, yeah, via Kairos. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Well, then here the README would more be about the whole framework, which is Kairos plus Lurpix,
yes,
blah blah
yeah,
blah blah
and
blah.
this could just go inside.
Going there, yeah. Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, people wouldn't,
I think
this is
so,
the one that people will see for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Then, if they click inside the folder, they then could see the other ones.
So maybe we need to restructure simply and say, okay.
Maybe it's
There is
just a
this-
long readme.
I-
and has a
Exactly,
section.
a chapter via Kairos and with some.
You can have a little index at the top, so it's not so hard to.
But you can have also like READMEs inside folders.
Yeah.
Like if you want to know more about via Lurpix, click and then you get another
There could
README.
be a link, yeah, that's
Oh.
also true.
That's fine.
I mean,
That would be.
it's fairly normal to have like really long readmes with
Yeah.
code examples and blah, 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 and all this, I don't see an
Sure.
issue with that.
That's an historic moment for me.
You're gonna give away the baby.
Guys. It's 7 years ago.
Hmm?
I started using Git and GitHub because of this. So danger zone.
Thanks for.
Yeah, give it to Payola.
The historic moment. No, but you have something that you don't know what to do.
So.
Make a new release.
But
No, where is it? How can I find it?
Kairos Research Lab. But why did you leave the page? Oh, go on your profile. Go back
Back.
and scroll down. See, like to the
It's
left.
just an index.
No, to the left on the back organization.
Okay.
What are these achievements?
This is a stupid thing. Like you get an achievement when your first PR was merged. Like,
Okay,
It's
it's
fucking
fucking trying to gamify.
yeah, but
Source
mine is
control.
pretty cringy because my first pull request that I made was a pull request that I made for myself because I didn't know about merging.
You're just trying to get the badges. We don't know now.
It's gone, baby.
Go on, baby, go on, go on.
Where is?
Where is it?
Well, where is it?
Oh,
It's moved.
Is it moved
Yes.
already?
Yeah, I can see it.
Ah, okay, so there's
The
no.
default branch has been renamed. Master is now main. If you have a local clone, okay, got it. Ah, so it does that automatically now. But I thought we did it anyway.
Congrats.
okay, lunch.
I have a document.
Apéro.
We did something, yeah, we filmed it. Let's go.
Repository
Okay.
transfer. Blah, blah, blah.
Then we just get in here.
Nathan's.
Okay, so do I still have privileges? No,
I need to give you,
maybe, maybe.
where is it?
How does it work for deployment? Do we need to register keys there?
Let's see if it was kept.
Like, can I contribute as a boss?
Secrets. Actions. Yeah, your NuGet key is still there, so we don't have to update it for now. But the nugget will be published under your Nathan Sinigalia NuGet. But
We need to change,
Yeah,
we need to
we
create an account and.
Yeah. For now it's fine. What did you ask? Yeah. Make you an admin. I'll make everybody an admin, you know what? Control. Owner. Want to be an owner as well. Best security practice, like make everyone an admin. Oh, yeah. Outside collaborators. Yes, what's up? Oh.
Should I work on fake accounts? We're gonna start.
That would be incredible.
No, but guys, don't do that. Come on. Otherwise, you don't deserve it.
You just want the funding, so you don't care
Blood
about
and
this
tears.
platform.
Protected by trust, huh?
Yeah, well, not even condoms are 100% protected.
Another example,
Nobody knowing.
like,
I can delete those. For the sake of having. So. I delete this because it doesn't have.
Yeah. Well,
Archive it.
archive.
Yeah, I mean, you can leave it. So the danger zone.
I cannot notify the whole room.
Good.
Good indeed.
Well, now, yeah, there will be work to do. Cleaning up
Us?
the mess. Polishing the record.
And setting up the GitHub actions. That's the best.
How much stars they open?
Shall we delete those there?
What? No, I still love it.
I guess you can make them private if you don't want them showing up. Also.
Anyway. This is private as well. Okay, I guess, I pointed there, saved, okay. It's done. Videos are public as well.
Yeah, I just posted them to the chat. You should just add them to the playlist that you created.
I think I did.
Add to playlist.
Should upload also one from yesterday.
What?
But going back to priorities and how to make the best use of this time that we have together here.
This is done. Very important. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I think it's not. Yeah, I think we should come back here. Guys, by the end of tomorrow, we need to have a roadmap. We should include all the aspects.
Well, then maybe break for now, and as soon as we come back, we look at all those things and talk about them for like, we allow for each square, we allow like 1 hour to say things.
1 hour.
Yeah, but
Many
no, but we
thoughts.
have to restrict, otherwise we're gonna spend a whole day on IO, whatever.
I mean, like 10 minutes on each, not 1 hour. Look how many they are.
Ah, yeah.
It's like.
I mean, I think. How about? Prioritizing these boxes
Yep.
first and discussing them in order of importance. So that if we run out of time or if we're spending too much time in something, we can,
Yeah. Would say that.
like, if anything gets left undone, have it be the least important thing, you know, and not spend a lot of time on. I don't know,
Well, so-
external advice, that.
Oops.
Prioritize, extreme prioritize. Oopsie.
So I would say. UI is the priority.
Yes, it is. I don't want to say that, but it is.
What did you delete? Did we not just lose some?
Yeah, the
Controller
devices,
stuff?
devices and whatnot.
That was, I think that with binding topic is covered, everything is covered there.
In the binding, yeah. For
Like, there is no binding.
No, well, controllers and external devices was about, okay, fair enough.
that's
About
kind of
binding,
binding.
I think we can. I would say.
Controllers was also gonna cover things like plugins to, you know, do things to the data and you know, analysis or these things like Bezier editors and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is UI, I guess.
No.
Yeah, the thing is, also,
That's just. Translation. Orders. So let's keep it there. It's just really last. It's okay. Okay, I think we have already way more clues on how to talk about this stuff. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, I was almost going to, but then I felt.
Do you think they
more
check
wrong.
who are the
it's just morally, yes.
what? We are here working for free, doing an open source. I mean,
Recording this. And
so we have witnesses.
yeah.
Everyone knows what kind of pain in the ass it is to develop open source stuff for years without not getting a penny. So
Yeah, but then
we are not gonna getting rich without
that's
collecting
not the
anyway.
Let's just wait that.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, let's do an announcement next week, maybe some people will.
But Nathan did that already 3 times on the chat.
Yeah, with some pictures, some visual announcement is always capitalized.
It's
Who
this
could?
Bernie Sanders, I am here once again asking what's.
Who could dig?
It's a small community and not everyone has like accounts in there. Yes, yeah, we should, there should be like an official communication about the project with fancy things to show,
Yeah, but-
structure presentation.
But now we have nothing, so.
That's the point, that makes the
Then-
box.
Yes, yes.
I mean, they don't need to be fake accounts, I can just have many accounts for myself,
Of course, yeah.
and I
sure.
really like this project.
Randall, would you repeat what you said? You don't need to have fake accounts, but you want to have many accounts for yourself.
Yeah, but they're legitimate accounts. So, like writers, we use different names, but it's
Yeah.
always them, but.
Yeah. It's called one for account. Like each account has only one.
Heteronymous in Spanish, I don't know what the word is.
What is it?
Heterónimo, so when you give yourself another name, a major example of this is this writer Fernando Pessoa.
Yeah.
And he has books on the Ricardo Reyes, books on the, I think it's like 4 or 5 names.
Yeah.
He was one of the main columnists in 2 different newspapers in Portugal that had opposite political views, and he would rant against himself and fight with himself.
That's amazing.
Nobody knew.
It's amazing. Does he have a GitHub account? We need him.
Probably has.
That's the thing they say, like, if you want to be sure to get an answer on Stack Overflow, you read that.
Just post under a fake account the wrong answer, and
Yeah,
then people will
exactly.
fight the wrong answer.
Yeah, like you post your question with account A, then with account B, you say, yeah, I know how to do that. And you post what you actually tried that doesn't work, but you say, yeah, I'm sure it works, so that people will not answer you. But yeah.
They don't want to help you, they just want to fight you.
Yeah,
They just wanna show off.
Yeah.
Same with Linux forums. If you ask for help, nothing. If you say, oh, fuck this, I'm going back to Windows, Linux is shit.
That's cheese. We should, does it work with before also?
No.
Maybe if you put on the forum, I'm just going back to Touch Designer, then the devs are like, no, we can implement this in 1 week.
No, I don't think so. I think you probably get lost.
Yeah.
Which is what I would do.
It happened already many times already, so many people left, as we know.
If you love somebody, let them go, and if they come back, it was meant to be.
They will pay for it.
Had a quick crack at an output. Oh.
Okay. Another important thing then would be to set up projects in GitHub now, so that we can start assigning
Yeah,
tasks and that kind of stuff.
but that's what we do once we have the roadmap,
Yeah,
no?
but this.
Maybe you can also group them by things that are development related. And then in there, like what is needed and what is like not nice to have. Like,
Yeah.
No, another thing is, what about this Miro board? How is in my account?
So
Yeah, I mean,
can you not export it?
going back to, I can export, but still, it's not something that you can edit anymore. We should have an account.
Yeah.
And then copy over this stuff there, but again, this is not a priority now, it's something we can do next week.
Yeah, like have an official shared one and everyone has their own where people can draft. And if we all agree on something, then it gets put on the main.
The annoying thing is that everyone will be able to edit this public one, see.
That's what I mean, so we each create our own space where if we want to propose something or draft something, we do it in our own thing. We have a call or share. If it's good, we put it on the official one, but private.
That anyone on the internet simply access this board and destroy it,
No, can you not make it private? So
if you have a paid account.
only if you pay. That's all.
Anyway,
These-
so. Okay, we did it, right?
I mean, I know Google is shit, but Google Docs is free and everyone can, like, you
Yeah,
can
but
paste like a JPEG of this and everyone can comment and discuss and that for free.
And what we keep this, still, I think it's useful if each one of the team can edit this.
Yeah.
Yes. If we don't know who what, it gets a bit tricky.
No, yeah, I think you can see in the edit history.
But if it's one account for all of us.
No. It's like, it becomes like an organization that everyone can, it's like open.
And then there can be many of us with individual
Yes,
profiles,
yes.
and this
But
is free.
it's free,
Okay.
but anyone can join you. You can't block anybody or give permissions. Anybody on the internet, just with a mirror account, just, that's why they get.
So.
And do you have like a version tracking, like, can you go, like, if some hack troll comes in and deletes everything, can we go back?
Yeah, I think so. But that would be the case of like, okay, we have a copy somewhere in our
Say.
private.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's looking for this. Really, a public editor on a stupid feature.
Maybe you want to launch an instance. Maybe you want to turn a hobby to something more. How does it become mobile?
What is this? So you can get fake likes and stuff, or what? What is
No, that's just like some placeholder sentence on website templates. Ah, that's nice.
This is breathtaking, no?
So
That's
what's the
cool.
plan? Are you hungry? Want to go for lunch or we wait still a bit?
I could do either way.
I'm not that hungry at the moment. I could wait another half an hour. But I'm also flexible over you.
No, I mean, I'm not that hungry. It was just like to make a break and then start fresh on like tackling all the things. But whatever. Coffee break could work as well. Let's see.
Slow. Someone reply in the chat. You post the playlist, the videos. Okay, well. So. I don't know, like, in the meantime, we can just do stupid things like uploading the other videos. What is it?
That was yesterday.
Yeah. Let's stop the recording then, no?
You sure you want to start the recording?